So talk to us a little bit about what are some maybe the ticks, the
The ticks.
tricks and tactics about listening to that small voice in your head and actually acting upon it.
Well, I'm glad that you said ticks, because I think of those little times where you have those little ticks that pop up, like the little things that happen, little thoughts where you're like, shut up. And it's a little thought in the back of your head that's like, you shouldn't do this or you should do this. And it's the fear thought in the back of your mind where you're like, shut up. And there's those little ticks that pop up. So realistically, everybody's going to screw up. Again, we shouldn't aim for perfection. We should aim for incremental progress, bit by bit, just adding on to things. I've talked to different people in the past that have said the same thing that you had, where, look, we all have the same 24 hours. I think we've all heard that quote so many times. And we look at people like Mark Wahlberg comes to mind. That dude wakes up at like 1 in the morning, does all these workouts before like 6 a.m. Then he's like, 11 o'clock, I spend time with my kids. I'm like, holy shit, that's an immense amount of stuff. Not everybody should do that. So when people look at stuff like that, even when there are people like myself or yourself that are saying, hey, these are the things that we're doing, there are certain people that'll look at it and go, oh my God, I couldn't do that. Maybe, but maybe you don't want to do it. So I think it's a matter of people actually understanding what they want to do. So even in sales, if you think of the young salespeople, the people that are just trying to figure out, how do I do this? Do I actually want to do this? They're basically just sponging up as much as they can and taking from what their leaders are telling them to do. And some of the leaders are still old school, where the way they think is just old hat, and it's not the way that things work now, and it's not the way that people operate now. But I think at the core, no matter what happens with technology and time, the core, if you're authentic and you're able to connect with people on a human level while we're still humans and not totally entwined with technology, then I think you're going to be able to win, because you're going to win with the people that it makes sense to win with. At the core of sales, there's pain and timing. And if you don't have those and you're trying to sell somebody into something, you're fighting a cause that has no good.